I'm starting my day with meditation, getting my namaste on before I show you guys the vegan fish I'm about to cook. Um, just cleaning my kitchen really quick before I get started as well, washing the dishes. But this vegan fish is made out of hearts of palm, and it's becoming a really popular dish amongst the vegan community, so I decided to make it. I pulled out all my seasonings and ingredients. I'm going to make a wet batter and a dry batter. And so, yeah, let's get into it. For the wet batter, I used a quarter can of coconut milk along with some mustard and a bunch of these seasonings. The most important seasoning to get the fish taste is going to be both the Old Bay and seaweed. And of course, I got the onion powder, the garlic powder, the salt and pepper, paprika. I did add a little bit of nutritional yeast. Um, so yeah, that's the seasonings, and I'm gonna put them same seasonings in the wet batter, the dry batter, and on the fish. So here I am making the dry batter, and that's a cup of cornmeal with a cup of flour, and then I'm gonna season the flour just how I seasoned the wet batter. I couldn't get the jar of the hearts of palms open, so I had to get a gripper to open up the jar. Here I'm just pouring out the brine from the hearts of palms, and then I'm gonna rinse them off a bit. There was 6 stems, I guess these are, in the jar. And the next thing I'm gonna have to do is basically break them down into fillets. You have to be very careful with these because they will easily fall apart. What I've noticed is that the outside of the heart of palm is like really tough, but the inside is super soft. This one was pretty perfect, but the one that I did before kind of came apart as soon as I broke it open. And if you press it together really firmly after you get it open, then it should stay together. I did take a fork and press some holes and shred the outside a little bit. Not so much that it falls apart, but just enough so that the seasoning and the batter can penetrate. This is all 6 of the hearts of palms pressed into the patties. Now I'm just doing a little mustard and seasoning on the outside of the palms before I dip it into the wet and the dry batter. Let's see where I'm going from here. So instead of just flip-flopping it into the batter, I kind of just gently set it into the batter and then covered it with the batter for both the wet and the dry so they don't fall apart, because like I said, they are very delicate. Here heating up the oil and getting ready to put the fillets into the oil. I used all of the wet batter and I still had a lot of dry batter. Once the oil was hot, I went ahead and put the fillets into the oil and fried them. Um, this is how they turned out. And then I made some grits and used some vegan cheese that I made a couple days ago and had an egg, and this was my breakfast.